Long before electricity lit the villages of southern Africa, before roads stretched across the countryside, and before the modern world reached every corner of the land, there was one warning that echoed through generations. Raise your bed before you sleep, not because of snakes, not because of insects, but because something was believed to move through the darkness after nightfall. A creature so feared that even today some families still tell its story. They called it the Tokoloshe. But what exactly is the Tokoloshe? A monster, a spirit, a servant of witchcraft, or one of Africa's greatest legends? Tonight, we follow the footprints of a mystery that has survived for centuries. This is TKB Baobab Chronicles, where Africa's oldest legends are explored through history, culture, and storytelling. Some stories are written in books, others are carried only by the voices of those who remember. Chapter 1. Why were beds raised? Imagine visiting a village. You notice something unusual. Every bed stands high above the ground. At first, you assume it's to keep insects away. But when you ask why, the answer surprises you. It's for the Tokoloshe. Across parts of South Africa, Zimbabwe, Lesotho, and Eswatini, generations have passed down the belief that this mysterious being was too small to climb onto a raised bed. Whether every family believed this literally or whether it became a symbol passed from one generation to the next, the practice became one of the legend's most recognizable traditions. But this raises another question. If people changed the way they slept, what did they believe the Tokoloshe could actually do? Chapter 2. Who is the Tokoloshe? The answer depends on who you ask. Unlike many mythical creatures, the Tokoloshe has no single description. Among different communities across southern Africa, the stories change. Some describe it as no taller than a child. Others say it is covered in dark hair. Some insist its eyes glow in the darkness. Others believe it can become invisible. There are even traditions that describe it as a spirit rather than a physical creature. Despite these differences, one idea appears again and again. The Tokoloshe is rarely portrayed as an ordinary animal. It is a supernatural being. In many traditions, it is feared because it is believed to be connected with witchcraft. Some stories say it is sent to frighten people, others say it brings nightmares, and some claim it is responsible for unexplained misfortune. But if the stories cannot even agree on what the Tokoloshe looks like, where did this legend begin? Chapter 3. Where did the legend come from? Unlike the myths of ancient Greece, the Tokoloshe has no single book that tells its origin. Its story lived first in the spoken word. Long before outsiders wrote about it, elders shared the legend around evening fires, passing it from one generation to the next. When European travelers and missionaries began recording local traditions in the early 1800s, they found that stories of the Tokoloshe were already well known. This tells us something important. The legend did not begin in a book, it began in memory. As the story traveled between communities, it changed. Some traditions connected the Tokoloshe to rivers, others to forests. Some believed it served witches or sorcerers. Others viewed it as an independent spirit. There was never just one version, and perhaps that is why the Tokoloshe has survived for so long. Because every generation added its own voice to the story, but legends don't endure for centuries through stories alone. People claim to have encountered the Tokoloshe. Some insisted they heard it, others believed they saw it, and a few said it changed their lives forever. In the next chapter, we examine the encounters that transformed a village legend into one of Africa's most enduring mysteries.